Hi, I'm excited to share my very first video of me, Mel B, cleansing, moisturizing, and shaving quick makeup and hair for daily wear. Okay, let's get started. Whenever I get out of the shower, as good as I wash my face, I think, I always get in front of the mirror and have that little bit of residue. So I use a little bit of micellar water and just get off that little bit of remnant, go over my face and see if I've gotten everything cleaned up. Now, see me talk about it a lot, but not tugging and pushing and pulling your skin. So just be gentle on the surface. So be gentle, be kind to your face. Where I really have to work at is getting in here my nose. So just get in there really good and get any crusties out of there. I also can see that I have a little bit of facial hair growing. Seems like the older I get, it seems like it just moves from up here to down here. I'm not a makeup artist. I haven't collected expensive fancy makeups, but I have used a lot of mostly store-bought in the sense of CVS, in the Netherlands, Hema, Kruidvat, Walgreens, CVS. When I'm back in the States, I kind of split some time here. I live here with my husband, and also I go back to visit my family and parents and grandchildren back in the States. I'm from a Texas girl and now live in the Netherlands. So this is an anti-aging, this is a Quite Beauty. It's anti-aging complete daily moisturizer, relieves dry skin. So right now I'm just going to put just a bit of lotion on, get a little bit of moisture on my face, smooth it out. Again, don't tug, don't pull, just smooth it on. See, in those little dry areas around the crevice of my nose. Another video I'll be doing soon is my polish. It's time for my polish to come off. There is a fun hack that I've learned to do of getting it off without having to go to a salon, sharing how I've saved now about $100 a month doing my only powder dip nails. Amazon sells these little shavers. So I usually try to keep up with it and just stay on top of getting these little runaway hairs that used to be on the top of my head, and now they've just run away to the bottom of my chin. Over on the side of my face, we're just going to go over and get some of these wildlings. These wildlings are those little hairs that get up under and gravitate. I like to actually, while I'm watching TV, I like to use my tweezers. And yes, in the beginning it hurts, but over time you actually get used to it. It's longer lasting, so I can go week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks without seeing a lot of hairs. Otherwise, I just do this. Look at how long that hair is. I don't know if you can see that. All that dead skin and long hairs. As you get older, the face does crazy things. I found that by using this underneath my foundation and my setting spray, which I didn't use for the longest, well, it really allows me not to have to wear powder, because I found that it's my face that when I wear powder, it just ends up being cakey and it settles down in these areas more, cracks more. I'm going to sweep. You're going to see me talk about sweeping and upward motions all the time. Sweep up. Gravity's already wanting to pull it down, just like the hair and the roots coming down. So again, on your neck, up, upward strokes. Along your jawline, upward strokes. A nice upward lift on the face. Around my eyes, I really try to leave my eyes alone as much as possible. You can use a tad, just a little dot. And around my eyes, I dab, 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 dab. So again, I want to up, 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 lift, 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 sweep up. Under the eyes, always go up and up. No tugging, no pulling. Keep it smooth. Don't stretch out that skin. Part of my hair. I love this BB thickening. Great Body Blow Dry Cream. Inflate blow dries to sexy new heights. So if you want sexy new heights on your hair, try this BB cream. So I'm gonna put it together and I just do half at a time. So first I'm gonna do this side, and what this does, it fills each strand of hair and goes in and penetrates into the shaft of the hair, and it creates volume there. So again, a dime size, a little bit smaller than a dime size for the amount of hair I have. If you have thicker hair, you might want to use a bit more. This is another fantastic volumizer. It's called Bold Defy Hair Thickening Spray by Brand Hollywood. So again, this adds significant volume and fullness to all hair types. Make hair look and feel dramatically thicker in seconds. And what I do is just kind of lightly spray. You're not saturating it a lot. And then I'm just going to let it air dry for a while as I do the rest of my makeup. So I'm just go around the front and underneath. Let this hair be drying out. This is going to keep my hair back and down, but that's okay because I will get the volume when I blow dry it out, and I brush it forward and blow dry it. So let's just tie this around, and that way I can have this scarf here to keep my makeup brush from getting makeup all in my hairline and dirtying up my white hair. Let's give it another little twist. That looks cute. Now with my e.l.f. and this is Stay All Night Micro Fine Setting, and I like to use a soap. This is kind of a soap method I had learned, and so it's just one of those clear type of soaps. A bit of setting spray on it, and then I take my spoolie and just run my spoolie back and forth. So this was a trick I learned. What I found that it does is it fluffs it and starts getting the eyebrow really nice and fluffy and styled, and so that I can make them look thicker. Now I can go in, now that my foundation's on, I'm going to go back in on my eyebrows, add some more depth and darkness to my eyebrows so they don't disappear. I have white hair, so your eyes start to disappear if you don't have eyebrows. I like to come underneath. I'm going to fill that in, get a baseline going, and where it's okay to be a little bit more heavy-handed is up here where you want to have that peak. And this particular one is called K Beauty Brow Down to Me by xoxo Precision Brow Pencil. I like it. It's really, really thin. Doesn't lay down a lot of product, so it's easy for me to control. I have white hair, and when you're coming out on the edge, you don't want to drag too far out because we want to keep a lifted look where we have that natural facelift. So see how this is down? I built it up the top and over, and so it gives automatically, it makes this side of my face look higher, looks more lifted. Don't be too heavy on the front here because it's just not naturally heavy. Put most of the height and product above where you want the arch to go to give a lift, and then not a lot out. Used to be I would probably come down here to where the pencil goes, but I'm not that age anymore. And it pulls your face down and weights it. I think at any age. See how that soap really keeps my eyes and eyebrows fluffed and up, and then I can focus more on underneath of getting a clean line, because so many of those little hairs under there are white now and they just disappear, you don't see them. And as you know, you don't go past the corner of your eye, so be sure never, young ladies, pluck past that point, because they just tend to never grow back. So be very careful with that eye area when plucking. So again, I'm going to give it a base over here, but then come on top to give me some arch and to begin lift my face. See, now we're going to giving the eyes and the face lift. And there, and of course remember, they're sisters, they're not twins. Trying to get them to be exact is a task. And for my daily wear. But there we go. I'm going to go back, and then this will lift some of the hairs, loosen them up to look natural. This is Beauty Box palette. from Lancome comb, and I'm going to be using this Menage. It's soft, it's not real hard, and I'm just going to start here on the outside corner of the pupil area of the color, not down here, because we want to go for a lifted look. And again, don't drag the skin or pull it harshly. The eyes later will love you for that, because once the skin around here gets all stretched out, it drops. So you want to be sure and be gentle. Love your skin and don't drag and pull it. Gentle strokes. Again, just dab it in and smooth it out. I like this one because it's very neutral, and it is called Waif. It's Lancome Waif. The next thing I like to lay in is a little bit darker color, and I'm actually gonna, for daytime, I'm gonna use the Snap. And again, I'm gonna just tap it. I'm gonna lift underneath, right on that brow bone. Not a heavy lift, not pulling the skin. I'm just laying it in there softly. From the other side, and again, lift, tap it in on that brow bone right there. This side, lift it up. And go back with the fluffy brush and smooth it out. We want to make sure we don't have any hard edges. This looks a little heavy on this side, so I need to pull a little bit of it up. I have a bit more product this side than this side, so I'm just going to add a bit. I don't mind it having a little bit more because I'm going to come back in with a lighter color and soften that out, but we definitely want it to be as much the same as possible. A flat brush. I'm just going to go in with some white and then lighten up above and smooth any hard edges if there is any. Give that brow just a bit more lift. Into this gold, and that is called Posse, and we're going to put it right on, dab it right on the eyelid. Gentle, smooth motions. Then right there in the middle, we're going to put, it's called, the lightest one is called Filigree, and dab this right there. Mascara, I'm going to use this L'Oreal Paris Volume Million.
It's like a family tree, part of you and...
So this is L'Oreal's Lumiglow Nude, and so I'm going to go in with the Twilight. It's a little bit darker one, and I'm just going to go underneath here. I want you to see that I pull it. I don't try not to go below my nose, and I'm going to go up like that and back to my hairline, top of my ear. Used to be I came down the apple of the eye, and then pull it back to the ear. And again, that causes your face to pull downward. Puts all the weight down here on your face. And what you want to do is create that lift to go not below your nose, not past your eye, and here to the hairline and the top of the ear. And then pull it up like that. Okay? Next thing I'm going to do is add a little bit. I have a big forehead, so we're going to add a bit of bronzer to the top of my head. There we go. And the jawline under here. I'm going to create a bit of shadow. Smooth it in though, you don't want any hard lines. But this is going to give you a bit of shadow and definition. And a little bit of jawline right there that wants to sag, that little bit of jawline wants to sag down right there. Just pull it up. Put a little highlight, put a little contour on there, bronzer, and it will make it disappear. Again, underneath the jawline, buff it out. Under the jawline, and buff it out. That way it creates a line, pushes this part back, and brings the highlight, brings that part of your face forward. Want a little bit of color, pink. So I'm going to go back to my Lancome, and we're going to use the Cedar Rose. And again, back just above contour, up like that. And now buff out that line. Pull it up. Just above the contour and up the side of the eye. And buff it out. Blending them so that the two melt together. Now for a little bit of the highlight, I'm going to go back, and I think I'm going to use this light pink, or this, let's use the moon, just above right here. The highlight, let's go just above there, a little bit of highlight between my eyebrows, on my nose, top of my lip, front of my chin. And this brush I was using is Wet n Wild that I was using for the color and the highlighting. I'm going to go back in and blend and buff it all out. I'm not going to put on powder today. Is that what I had under my eyes? Again, don't push, don't pull it. Just blend it all so there's no hard lines. And this is Anastasia of Beverly Hills. Color is Orchid. I am going to go with a middle part, and here you can really see that color where it's the silver salt and pepper, and kind of the platinum blonde that I try to use purple shampoo on. It's the only thing I use on my hair now for color correction is the purple and blue shampoo, and that's to get this, keep it growing out so I can just not do any more hair color on it at all. But nobody really ever notices that once I get all curled and set, and all, they just notice the whiteness and the blonde. Do I ever love just being natural now? Schwarzkopf is miraculously, magically volumizing miracle. And then Osis, which is a volume up, volume booster spray, also by Schwarzkopf. So I spray it on generally as I'm curling to give it a little bit of texture and hold the curl in, which will last for days. And then after, when I'm trying to set it and fix it in place, I use this. For my dry shampoo that I use at nighttime before I go to bed, and that keeps it from just getting so matted down and flat again. But it's called Big Hair Don't Care by Collab Dry Shampoo Extreme Volume, Incredible Volume Boost Formula. saves water, so you're being eco-friendly, right? Instant volume, adds body, mega oil absorption, classic scent. And I do like this scent on Olive Collabs. It's scents that my husband, even when I put it, if I put it on, he comes in the room like, you smell so good, sweetheart. So I love this one for that. So sometimes I'll add a little bit even before I start curling my hair. This is just going to start giving it a bit of texture at the root, and then back at the root. So I'll start with just a little bit of dry shampoo, and sometimes you just gotta let the dry shampoo sit for a little bit to do its thing. You don't want to put your dry shampoo in and then just start brushing it all out. So you want to actually let it do its thing. Give it a little help by pushing it up away from laying down so it's not laying flat, and just give it a little bit of lift. And already you can tell that starts adding the volume. And it's just around barrel. I found that the ones that had the clip, I've tried to use the clip, but my hair is fragile, and I do find that when I'm doing it and the clip and I'm pulling it, I get more hair breakage. So this I found is, of course, use your heat glove. Make sure you don't burn yourself. I'm going to start with the curtain bang area, and what I'm going to do is lift up that area that are my bangs, and I'm going to twist it down and around. And I do this thing in my head that I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I pull it out and I hold it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I do that like 3 times and then with my glove, I can tell when it's getting really hot and then when it's cooling down, and then I'm just gonna let it go. Okay, let's do this side. To do the back and sides, that I'm gonna do basically 2 big sections. First I'm gonna do a bit of this volume up. Yep, and make sure it's a little bit dry. Don't want to go in there wet with a really hot. You don't want to hear that sizzling, that frying. You'll hear curling around. What's going on in my head? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2. Now hold it, and with my gloves, I can feel when it's basically hot enough. And I'm going to hold it and let that cool down a bit while holding it. If I really wanted to hold in some spray, spray it, lift it. These come in different barrel sizes too. So a really small one, if I wanted a bigger curl, and there's a larger barrel I could use as well. I'm going to hold it and around away from the base. Now this I'm taking bigger sections, 2 on each side. I'm just going to go back in with my fingers and separate this out. So as you can see, I get a lot of curls, layers in there without having to really go in and do teeny tiny sections. Of course, that's going to be different for everybody because some people have really thick hair and you'd never be able to get that hair around that barrel. Sometimes my hair is freshly curled. I don't go in and just brush it all off because the next couple of days then, when I style it, it'll just be waves, just nice waves, which is nice too, unless I were to go back in. Dust it, number 1. I just dust it, put it here, especially on the back there. And literally, and you can see, it just absolutely thickens up. It like starts to just lift. See, that just totally volumizes with such little product to give me hair up here. I don't use this all throughout my hair. It's small, it's a small amount, it's golden, it's not cheap, but it's not super expensive and is incredible. And you can add it the next day as well. Then the next thing I like to do is just go back in with my spray. The products do most all of the work of giving me the volume, and you can see shine and a little bit of glam here for the day. Thank you, beauties, for getting ready with me today and joining me on this hair care and makeup journey that I'm beginning. I hope you'll give me a thumbs up and also hit the subscribe button to join Mel B, that's me, and 60 Up Beauty. Remember, beauty comes from within and age is just a number. So thank you, my beauties. Have a great day and see you soon.